Alright, welcome back. We're going to take a look at I just picked some random things that came up when I searched for MMO on the Windows Store, and I made sure to download things I do not have, did not have already. First thing is this little oddity. I know the window's a bit off. Zancrunio MMORPG Beta. Never heard of this one. I think it's a Windows Store exclusive, really. It's by JTH Software. Seems like it's definitely somebody's passion project, and it does have an offline mode. So if the servers do go offline, you're not just out of luck. So yeah, you play as a cube. Here's the blue team cubes, the red team cubes. They're known as Smiley Cube. And it's very much PvP centric. You're either blue team or red team. There's no living beings depicted in the game. So what's the description say? Zancrunio is a MMORPG. It also has an offline mode. Set in the land of Zancrunio. You control a robotic cube with a smiley face on it, known as Smiley Cube. Supports up to 1,000 players online. Choose whether you're on the blue team or red team. Fight and defeat monster cubes to gain enough experience and strength to eventually defeat the king of the other team. Oh, by the way, kings are also robotic cubes. In fact, all the characters in the game are robotic cubes. All of them. No living beings are depicted in the game. Playing online, you'll play with all the other players who are also playing online. That's because Zancrunio is an MMORPG, and everybody is connected to the same game server. For example, if 120 people in the world are also playing Zancrunio online, then you'll be playing together with all of them. Some of the other players might be on the other team, so you'll be fighting them and defending your own king against them. Zancrunio also has an offline mode for those times where maybe you just want to play by yourself for some reason, or maybe your internet connection got knocked down by a thunderstorm. Zancrunio has deliberately simple graphics to ensure that it can run at 60 frames per second on a wide range of hardware. Looks like the administrator has to approve the names for time being. No in-game chat functionality yet. It's designed to be a safe game for everybody to play and explore. Looks like Beta 5, May 29th, 2018 is the last update where there's something posted. Released April 17th, 2018, but the server is still up. So yeah, you have your standard hotbar. So yeah, it's your WASD movement, mouse turns. Actually doesn't play all that bad for being as simple as it is. If you want to fast travel across the map, just hop from enemy to enemy using the C skill that you'll obtain sometime between level 4 and 7. But yeah, you have I believe it's 3 slots for armor. You earn additional skills as you level up. There's bosses. Not a whole lot here, but it is one of those oddities. Is the website up for Zancrunio Online? It sure is. Oh, new as of June 6, 2021, developer blog. Oh, October 27th. Maximum level raised to 10. New stuff being added. I wonder if me logging in encouraged them to actually start updating stuff. Looks like Joshua Hoffman's the actual creator's name. It also says Bouncy Square Match. What is that? Free puzzle game. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to this guy's website as well. Considering you don't know how long this stuff's even going to be online. There we go. Bouncy Squares Match. Free puzzle game for Windows 10. Does have a YouTube channel. And yep, the guy is still working on it. Note that the Zancrunio website is still under construction, has been for at least 3 years. You can tell this is a solo project. If I were to actually give it a score and rank it in the MMORPGs and other Windows games we've looked at, it's not going to go very high. At the same time, he's not selling this. This is some guy probably refining his programming skills, creating something he finds interesting. It's out there for free, and it works. The game never crashed, never had to slow down. No issues with it. So I can't really fault it there. So what else did I come across? Well, there was a game called PokeMasters. And it was a web-based game. It was ad-supported with just a front end put on the Windows Store. And this is what I got because the website's no longer where the client goes to. The Windows Store is littered with this type of stuff. And trying to find stuff on this specific game proves to be quite difficult considering PokeMasters doesn't really narrow anything down at all. Especially this appears to be a fan game. But yeah, this is what you get. So that's a failed game. However, the rest of the way the games do work. So what do we have next? Let's go with the sports title, World Cup Football 2016. This game is quite possibly one of the worst soccer games I've played in a while. And that's mostly because of the platform it was available on. Isn't really designed. This was clearly designed to be some type of mobile game. It technically works on PC, and you can score a goal. I did. It's by Coldflare Apps for PC and mobile. See, the latest World Cup Football 2016 brings you extreme immersive graphics, realistic physics, vibrant colors and environment, and cheerleaders in Football Ground 2015. Throw the ball and opponents' goals with your champions in the soccer leagues provided in World Cup Football 2016. Choose from a variety of clubs. Start winning matches in Champions Leagues, or enjoy soccer and friendly matches. It's in-game leaderboards, right at your fingertips. There's achievements. And then it goes on to talk about World Cup Soccer 2015 in description. And some of the screenshots are for 15, some are for 16. It does support a variety of languages, though. Assuming that these are actually all supported properly, you have Vietnamese, Turkish, you have supposedly 12 different variations of Spanish, Russian, Brazilian, and Portuguese. Yeah, multiple versions of Chinese. Multiple, you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 different versions of French, English. You have Korean, 2 different versions of Italian, 2 different versions of German, and a language that I can't identify based off of what's listed. Yeah, it plays kind of slow. It's not terribly responsive. And you have all the little additions that you'd expect from the mobile game that are completely non-functional if you're using keyboard and mouse. So you have all the touchscreen controls. I believe it was K past L shot. And then the arrow keys moved me around. But yeah, very slow paced soccer game that you'd expect to play on like it's like something you'd expect on like early PlayStation 1 as far as gameplay goes. Back when they were still figuring out how to make games like this work in a 3D environment. But who knows, maybe, I guess if you really like soccer, it does work, but I'm not sure why you'd play this game now. I'm really not sure why you'd play it back then unless you specifically had a device. I guess if you had a Windows mobile device and you wanted a soccer game, here you go. But I think it specifically would be something with like Windows. I'm not sure if it has Windows 7 mobile compatibility, but it'd be one of the newer versions of Windows Mobile. That had the App Store, not the old Windows Mobile that ran like a version of CE. Yeah, it's not very good. It's still on the store. I snagged a copy. I'll probably just end up throwing it in the archive. Now on to another MMO. And the way this recorded is very awkward, it seems. Seems like I cut off part of the screen. Oh well. It is Crocodile Family Simulation Online. So yeah, some of the text is going to be cut off, I believe. This is actually a cross-platform game. You have to be level 5 to play online. Despite playing on PC, it still gives you all the mobile options. It's published by Area 730. Released in It was released on, where's the date? So August 29th of 2018. Published and developed by Area 730. Rated for ages 10 and up. Stunning 3D world. Did come up in MMORPG search, but at most you're going to have in a room. An instance is 10. I did see other players. You go around, they have tons of games like this that are basically just animal swaps. Very basic RPG elements. Go around, feed on different creatures, take it back to your nest, breed, have new animals, level up to the point where you can get more animals. You have a mate, take your family out, hunt, you can do co-op. You have to level up to a certain point to actually get to the point where you go to different locations. And the total number of locations is pretty lackluster. It's one of those games that might be fun for a small child or to play in short bursts, but nothing all that impressive. And it's definitely not something I would suggest spending money in the cash shop over, even though it does hassle you about the cash shop the whole time. What do we have next? Angry Birds Friends. So yeah, it is Angry Birds with a leaderboard. That's it. But it actually works completely fine on PC. So if you want to play Angry Birds on a PC with the leaderboard, it's there. And the last one is Asphalt Legends 9. Out of all the games, this was probably my favorite one because it almost sort of plays like a valid racing game. Well, an arcade style racing game for PC. Almost. Actually pretty fun. And for something that was designed for mobile, it actually plays acceptably well. Controls are responsive. And once you get to the point where it stops giving you pop-ups and all sorts of stuff, and you ignore some of the paid components or the parts where it wants you to watch videos to get coins, if you strip all that stuff out, the base game is actually pretty fun. I'd say it's a above average racing game at its core. If you're looking for something that's purely arcade style, nowhere near simulation, you're stuck in this view. There's no moving the camera around. They've actually ported this to some ported this to consoles. I believe there's an actual physical release of Asphalt 9 for at least the Switch. Yeah, it does move pretty quickly. It actually tells you the keyboard keys to press instead of just telling you mobile, telling you to touch the screen and whatnot, like a lot of lazier mobile ports. So it is a valid port from mobile to PC at least. I mean, having this on the laptop, I might actually come back and play this one. But yeah, as far as games I'd have any likelihood of actually revisiting, it'd be Asphalt, maybe Angry Birds out of just pure boredom. Zancrunio just out of a desire to support solo MMO projects and indie projects in general. But yeah, this is kind of a sampling of what to expect on the Windows Store, and it does go quite a ways downhill from these offerings. There's some real shovelware on there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.